Welcome back to Griffin Indiana. It's a new day. We are in November and our soybean field is ready to harvest. So let's get on to harvesting it. The field is already fertilized twice since I went over it myself with some fertilizer. Spent some of our farm money on that. Which means a higher yield. And a higher yield means more soybeans. More soybeans means more money. And that's the point. I might use the soybeans for something else. Some other thing I can fabricate, maybe. Something I can use in some other marketplace. We shall find out what we choose to do with it. First of all, we need to get it harvested, of course. So I'm gonna use our small, tiny little harvester here to get this field up. So I believe what I'm going to do with this one is to do the headlands and then set a worker running, and then I will do some carting back and forth since I don't really have any big spacious carting options to use. So there will be a few trips back and forth. You might already be able to see some slight evidence of a failure I made. Slight error when I was starting up this map with the new updates. We have updated to the new version of the map that is supposed to be fully functional. So that is a good thing. But I do play with crop destruction off to make it easier to do stuff like fertilizing and stuff like that, so I don't need the narrow wheels because I cannot get that on the tractor we have as of now. So those tracks there where there are no soybeans is wheel tracks from me trying to fertilize while having crop destruction on, and as you can see a lot gets destroyed very quickly by accident, so I'm just gonna have to suffer through that. That's fine. This harvesting is going to take a while with this piece of machinery, so why don't we just speed it up right here and see what we end up with. This field took me actually only 1.5 hours to finish harvesting. We got all the soybeans in our silo, so we can use that for whatever we want later on. That will be a decision that will be made further down the road. Maybe today. Who knows? So let's try to park up this thing. I just came to think about I really need a pressure washer, so maybe I will set up one of those. I do have enough on my account to be able to afford a pressure washer, since those aren't that expensive, luckily. There's really something satisfying about just getting the fields done and doing everything you need to do. And just planning ahead a little bit. I'm thinking having a pressure washer on the outside here. There we go, looking good. I got a Kircher pressure washer. Of course, it will do the same job as any other pressure washer in the game. I just thought it looked decent to have in that area. I kind of like it. So now I will try to be better at just washing down my equipment before putting it back in the hall here. I don't know if it actually has anything to do with the deterioration of the equipment. I think there was something about that in 2019, or it was just that it looked nicer. If it's just that it looks nicer, I will still do it, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. But if it also keeps the maintenance higher for longer, that will be a bonus. So I'll definitely take it. Alright, we have cleaned up our equipment after use. So I decided to get started on the requirements for the cows. Of course, the cows require TMR, total mixed ration. I could feed them silage and those kind of things separately, but we get the most yield from feeding them total mixed ration. So I do not like using the in-game buckets that are made for creating total mixed ration, because you need an accurate estimate of straw, hay and silage in those to make your total mixed ration the best possible for your cows, otherwise it would be wasted. I prefer using one of the modded buildings that allow to just dump in a bunch of hay, straw and silage, and it will just create stuff for me. So that is the part I am looking for right now. Of course, when we need one of those buildings, we of course need a plot to have those buildings in. So I am just looking for a suitable place to put my TMR factory in. Been searching for a bit around the neighborhood and around the town, but I think I've found the best solution for me, and that will be the plot up here to our right. We have a decent bit of grass. It is decently flat, which is one of the requirements I had, at least, for making a suitable place for the building. No muss, no fuss, boom, TMR factory. And it's right next to the livestock market, so suitable place to have it, I think. This should be able to hold quite a bit of each specific resource. This will also need mineral feed. So I'm thinking I will use the hay and the silage that I already have from the other contracts. I don't have any straw at the moment, so what I'm thinking is I will buy a few bales from the store. About 100,000 liters, something like that. And some mineral feed. Shouldn't cost me more than 10,000 bucks, about thereabouts for each, so 20,000 bucks. To fill up this and get this actually pumping out TMR and getting that production started so we can get to the cows quicker. Hopefully we will be able to get there. I don't know how much this factory will hold of each type, so that is something we'll find out. But I think I will try to fill up this off screen and maybe do something more, preparations for other stuff. But I think this will do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a fantastic evening.